Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and I have another week of what sold on Etsy. So it's been a slow week. Um, it was a really busy holiday week, and I didn't do a what sold video on that. I might go back and do another video on the week prior because a lot of interesting things sold that week. I just didn't get around to doing it. Um, and this is the week of December 26th through the 2nd. So I'm a few days behind again because it is now the fifth, sixth. Okay, great. The first thing I want to show you is these brass seagulls, and they are really cool. I was very lucky to get them. I think I paid a total of it was under $4 for all of these, and I ended up selling them for $69.95, and they were also shipped overseas, so the buyer paid an additional $15 in shipping. I think that's crazy, but these brass birds are very popular. Um, in fact, a while ago last year, I actually bought some for myself on Etsy when I wasn't really doing buying and selling so heavily. I was purchasing, and these are one things that I purchased myself. I have a pair of two, and I think they were 30 at the time. So this is a very good buy, and I will pick these up every time I see them because they are really good money makers. The next thing that I sold is these sheets, and it's a um, sheet set. So it would be the flat sheet and two pillowcases. I don't normally pay more than $1 or two for things like this, and these ended up selling for $22 plus shipping. Um, Again, everything is plus shipping. So the numbers that I give you is the money that I make. So $22 for these is very good. Um, I do like buying sheets. I have a whole bunch of them to list, and I, I'm not looking forward to listing them. It's kind of a whole ordeal. I have to stage an area in like front of a window, and they're big bulky sheets, and it's this whole process. One day, though, I'll get around to it. I have probably 30 or 40 sheets to take photos of. All right, next up is this shaving mug, and it's a really cool mug. I don't remember where I got it. I didn't buy it intentionally. I think it was part of a grouping that I got at an auction, most likely. But this mug ended up selling for $14. That's pretty nice. And I think it only took about 2 months to sell, so it went pretty quick. Next up, we have the stamp collection. This did take a while to sell. It finally sold for $8, but there are over 40 stamps, and the money value is $4. Actually, over $4 worth of stamps, and they're unused. So that's less than I thought they would sell for, but they sold. And I just kind of learned something that I'm not really going to pay much attention to stamps because I don't have the, I guess, motivation to learn about the whole collecting of them. Same thing with marbles. People go nuts over marbles and buy them up, and I don't understand which ones are valuable and which ones aren't, so I don't really try, I guess. Next, we have this deer, or these deer, both of them. Now, these actually, when I seen how much these sold for, it surprised me because I forgot how much I put on here. But I sold these two plastic deer for 24.95. Yeah, 24.95. I'm really shocked that I got that for these. These are not big. The larger deer is 3 3/4 wide by 3 inches tall, and the baby is 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Wow, it surprised me. They're just plastic deer, but they have the anthropomorphic eyes on them. So, all right, next we have these glasses, and I'm currently going through an ordeal with the customer on these because she bought them and sent me a message saying that she did not like how thin the glass was, and she wanted a refund and that she can send them back to me. Well, I don't accept returns. Um, it's just something I choose to do. A lot of vintage sellers don't accept returns, but I do work with people on if they have issues. So her case was that she just didn't like how thin the glass was. There's not a lot I can do about describing glass, and in fact, they didn't really seem to me to be all that frail. But she called them frail and they were going to break easily. I reminded her that these are from the 70s and they haven't broken since then, and that I have, lots of photographs for her to look through, and every listing does have contact me before you purchase, as there are no refunds, returns, or exchanges. So that's written here and also in my shop policies, which is right here. So she went ahead and told me that she can return them. That's the word can. And about an hour later, before I had a chance to respond, said, I just sent them back. So she took it upon herself to remail these back to me. I don't know what she was thinking, but that rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm now in a open case or a closed case or a case with Etsy and her to resolve this. In any other circumstance, I would have been really lenient and probably said, I am sorry that you don't like the quality. How about we work out? And then I would have gave her money back, a partial refund maybe, and then just had her keep the glasses. But she paid extra money to have them shipped back to me. So even if Etsy sides with her, these glasses were $24.95. She paid $10 to have them shipped to her the first time. She paid another $10 at least to have them shipped back to me. So she's going to come out ahead, maybe $14. Not ahead. She's going to come back with $14 with no glasses. I don't know. So I'm done with that. Next. All right. I sold this great hat, salt and pepper shaker, and it's really cool. I was able to sell this for, where my notes are so scribbled on here, I can't even read them. I was trying to be more, here it is, $24.95. Isn't that nuts? But, it's an older one, and it has the original box, and it's all there, and people love collecting salt and pepper shakers. I originally purchased this in a large assortment of, it was a lot, and I think I equalized it out. It was around $1 a piece, so this cost me $1. I bought a whole bunch of salt and pepper shakers that time, and I've sold most of them for all around between $15 and $30. So I love buying them, salt and pepper shakers, because they're small and they take up a little room. They're very easy to ship, and they make good money. All right, next up we have these Anchor Hawking Lido Milano glasses. These only ended up selling for $17.95, which is not a whole lot for glassware, because it's a lot of work. It takes up room to store them too. I have had no issues with this person yet. Hopefully I don't. These are, again, that kind of thinner glass from the 70s. So, I mean, going back to that lady I just explained, I'm like, a lot of glasses made in the 70s were like this, with this glass being thin. So I don't know what you expect from me. Next up, another 70s item. This is a plastic Kleenex box that I was using in my office, which is also the shipping and storing room, since it hadn't been sold. So I had Kleenexes in it, and it did finally sell for $12.50. I think I started it like at around 19, and I backed down until around $12.50, and that's what it sold for, $12.50 plus shipping. So yeah, very cool 70s Kleenex box, mountable on the wall too. Next up, we have this Afghan, and I just purchased this maybe a month ago or less, and it ended up selling for $14.95. I priced it a little low. I wanted it to get out of here. It's a smaller one, so it's more of a lap blanket. It's not really going to be useful for a bed or anything, but it could be used for a baby's blanket or a lap blanket or a couch blanket. But it's really cool with the little flowers on here and the color blocking. Next up, we have some fondue forks. I have had these for a long time. There's my old peel and stick tile photo booth base that I had. Looks terrible. They sold for $9.95. I was very tempted at one point just to take these, remove the listing, and then just wait until I had a fondue pot. That was really cool, and then just bundle the two together. And I may do that in the future because it's not really worth my time. This took forever to sell for, what, $10. So I'll continue to buy fondue forks because they're really cool and they're useful. But I don't think I'm going to try to sell them by themselves anymore. Lastly, another utilitarian item from the 70s. I don't know what's going on, but this is a utensil drawer. And it, the woman, the girl, the lady messaged me and asked if I would lower the price and do it all for $20. And I said yes. My original price was $20 plus shipping. And I think the shipping I had on there was, what was it? Oh, no, no, no. The original price I had was $14.95 plus shipping, but the shipping I had was under two. I had it listed at £2 rate, which means that it would have costed her, it would have been like $24.95 for it to get to her. But I was able to send this out first class still with $20. So I made essentially what I was planning on making, around $15 for this. So it was able to go first class. I just wrapped it in bubble wrap, and then I wrapped it in after that, I wrapped it in a thick paper, like what you would use on the outside of a cardboard box, but without the corrugatedness of it. So it's just that thick paper. And so I kind of made my own box because it's already a rectangle. So yeah, that was great. That is it. That is all I had this week. It's been a slow week. This is good, I guess, technically, but then these last few days have been even worse. So I've been going through my store and marking down listings, things that are old that are going to be expiring soon, because I just need to clear out some of my old inventory, move on, learn something from it, and then buy more and focus on the future. So anyways, if you like this video and you want to see more of these what sold videos, that'll give me more motivation to make them. But give me a comment, a like, and a subscribe. Thanks.